Hi, welcome to Stories from the Writing Chair, or what happens when I actually write. Today I'm going to read a little bit from my novella, Refuge, a prequel to my novel, Defenders of the Covenant. Now, if you're interested in more, this is available as an ebook, and it is included with this novella, Consecrated, in the ebook format. So if you buy the ebook of Consecrated, you get Refuge also. Vivi Thayer came out of the cabin and tucked the blanket tighter around the newborn baby girl in her arms. Even in late July, the mountain air held a chill in the fading light. It mirrored the chill in Vivi's heart. She'd be haunted forever by the grief in the mother's eyes when she'd handed her baby to Vivi, and by the courage there too. She'd never forget how tenderly the father had held and blessed his baby girl. "Hannah," she whispered and pulled the baby close to her. Would these pickups ever get any easier? Her husband, Bryce, put his arm around her and used his other hand to steady her as they hurried across the uneven terrain. Bishop Carrier followed a pace behind. They were barely out of sight of the cabin when Vivi heard the roar of an approaching attack vessel. She stopped short, her heart in her throat, and looked at the sky. "Don't stop," Bryce whispered. Though there was hardly a need for that. The invaders couldn't hear them from here. Vivi nodded. The transport jet was still a good 2 miles away. She wouldn't waste the woman's sacrifice by letting the baby be killed, or worse yet, captured. She looked up again at the black wedge approaching through the dark and held the baby closer. At least none of the giant android soldiers had come after them. Not yet, anyway. They hurried as fast as they could through the trees and up the steep incline that surrounded the cabin's hidden valley. She hoped the transport was as stealthy as the pilot, Brother Martin claimed, because it would be a sitting duck in the clearing where they'd landed. An explosion shattered the air around them. Vivi whipped around and cried out at the sight of the flames. "They hit the cabin!" The baby began to wail as if she somehow understood. Her parents were gone. Vivi bounced her up and down, but it was difficult to soothe the baby with the tears running hot and fast down her own cheeks. "We have to hurry," Bryce said, urging her forward. "He's right." Bishop Carrier came up behind them. "The entire mountain could go up like a matchbox in this weather." Worry lined his face, making him look older than his 50 years. Vivi's heart gave a terrified lurch. She tucked the baby against her shoulder, and the three of them broke into a run.